Hi, my name is Kelly, and I am a Kundalini Yoga teacher. And I want to introduce you to some of the basics of Kundalini Yoga. Kundalini Yoga draws on a lot of ancient yogic practices, from the aesthetic practices of tapas that go back to 1500 BC, to the tantric practices of the early Middle Ages, onto the later Middle Ages and the practice of Hatha Yoga. Kundalini Yoga combines a lot of these and adds in some Sikh and English mantras. And of course, it brings in the ancient concept of Kundalini, an energy force dormant in the body that can be awakened through yogic practices. Kundalini Yoga includes lots of different practices, from chanting mantra to mudras, which are hand gestures. We focus on different points of the body with our eyes. So the eye gaze can sometimes be to the brow point or down to the chin or the tip of the nose. There's movement, lots of rhythmic movement. We use breath work. We use meditation techniques. So there's lots of different things that are combined into one practice. So every Kundalini Yoga practice will combine elements of this. So we begin and end every yoga class with a chant, with a mantra. So we start with the Adi mantra, which is Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And it means that I bow to the divine teacher within. So it's all about connecting to ourselves, seeing ourselves as our inner teachers. And we end with the chant Sat Nam, which means truth is my identity. So it does have lots of spiritual aspects to the practice where we really want to tune into our energy, recognize our inner knowing, and honor ourselves during the practice. In almost all Kundalini yoga practices, we keep our eyes closed. So there's lots of reasons for this. If we're in an in-person class, we don't want to be distracted or focus on other people's practices. It's all about our individual experience. So closing our eyes helps us to do that. It also helps us to go within to find a meditative state. Kundalini yoga is very much about finding that meditation practice. At the end of many exercises, we will suspend the breath. So we inhale or exhale and either suspend the breath in or out while applying the root lock. So the root lock is at the core of a lot of the things that we do in Kundalini Yoga. It's all about the Kundalini energy, which is thought to reside at the base of the spine. And so when applying the root lock, we're kind of harnessing that energy and drawing it up. So to apply the root lock, we are squeezing the pelvic floor in and up. We're drawing the navel in and up while we suspend the breath. This is something that is suitable for most people to do, but there are some contraindications. If you're at the beginning of your menstrual cycle, this can feel really uncomfortable to tighten the pelvic floor. So instead, you would just go for some long, deep breathing if the practice calls for Mula Bandha, which is the root lock, or if you've got any pelvic injury. But this can also be really good. So it would be something that maybe you'd like to check with your doctor for any sort of pelvic issues that you have, because it really does also help to strengthen the pelvic floor. As well as the root lock, we also apply the neck lock, which is when we bring the chin back towards the neck, creating a bit of a double chin effect, and it lengthens out the back of our necks. So again, this comes from lots of ancient yogic practices, yogic philosophy, where the bandhas are all controlling the energy flow within the body, which is why we work quite a lot with the root lock and the neck lock. There are three core anchors that anchor us into our practice in Kundalini Yoga. One is the rhythmic movement. Two is our breath. A lot of what we do has a breath that we are matching to the movement. And three, it's the gaze, the eye gaze to either the brow, the tip of the nose, the chin, or sometimes you're just staring off into a point in space. So these are the three things that you want to make sure you're focused on while doing each practice. There can be some discomfort in some of the Kundalini Yoga practices. Discomfort is okay. That's what we want to feel. It's feeling the energy moving in our body. So you might be holding your hands out for a while or moving it in a way that can feel a little bit uncomfortable to the shoulders or to the elbows. What we don't want, however, is pain. If you feel any sharp pain or tingling in any parts of your body, that is your body's sign telling you to stop whatever exercise you are doing. We don't tend to give many modifications in Kundalini Yoga. Instead, we tell you to visualize that you are continuing the exercise. So you will sit or lie in place, depending on what the exercise is, and visualize that you are still doing it. So this could be something that you could do if you need to take a break during an exercise, or if you cannot actually do one of the exercises. Visualize yourself doing it. Kundalini yoga is a fantastic yoga style. It can be a bit different if you have tried other styles of yoga. You might find it a little different to what you're used to, but it is a wonderful style that is suitable for all types of people. It is more about working with the energetics of the body, balancing out the energies, working with the chakras, the meridians, but it is suitable for absolutely everybody. And I think practicing it, experiencing it is the best way to really understand what Kundalini yoga is.